Did your mother ever make you sleep in the garage for getting a B? The concrete floor was so cold that first night that I couldn't stop shivering, and my teeth chattered so loud I was sure my mother could hear them through the wall. I was 11 years old, and my crime was bringing home a B+ in history. My mother stood in the doorway with a sleeping bag she never unrolled, just held it while she explained the rules. Excellence is the minimum standard in this family, she said. When you decide to be excellent again, you can sleep in a bed again. Until then, this is where average people belong. My father had left when I was 6, and after that, my mother became obsessed with proving we didn't need him. Every report card was a referendum on her parenting. Every test score was evidence that she was raising a winner or a failure. An A meant I was worthy of her love. Anything less meant I was broken and needed to be fixed. She had a chart on the refrigerator tracking every grade I brought home, and she'd update it with a red marker like she was monitoring stocks. The first time I got an A-, she took away my pillow for a week. She said comfort made people soft, and soft people got B's. I learned to study until my eyes burned because the alternative was worse. The garage became my regular punishment room. I spent so many nights on that concrete that I started hiding a blanket behind the lawnmower, but she found it. She found everything. She installed a camera in the corner to make sure I wasn't cheating my punishment. If I tried to use my jacket as a pillow, she'd come out at 2 a.m. and take it. You want to be warm? She'd say. Earn it. Bring home straight A's and you can have blankets like a normal person. The worst part was school the next day. I'd show up exhausted with dark circles under my eyes, and teachers would ask if I was okay. I always said yes because my mother had explained what would happen if I told anyone. She said CPS would take me away and put me in foster care where I'd be beaten and starved. She said she was the only one who loved me enough to make me great. By 8th grade, the punishments had evolved. A B+ meant the garage. A B meant no dinner for 2 days. An A meant I had to stand in the corner of my room facing the wall from 8 p.m. until midnight, and she'd check the camera to make sure I didn't sit down. I once collapsed from exhaustion during a standing punishment and woke up to her pouring cold water on my face. Get up, she said. You still have 3 hours left. I started developing panic attacks before every test. My hands would shake so badly I could barely hold my pencil. A guidance counselor noticed the shaking and asked me about it. I told her I just got nervous about tests. She gave me a stress ball and sent me back to class. Nobody looked deeper. Junior year, I got my first C. It was calculus, and no matter how hard I studied, the concepts wouldn't stick. When my mother saw the report card, her face went completely blank. She didn't yell, she didn't lecture. She just walked to the kitchen, opened the cabinet, and started removing food. Every box, every can, every package went into her car. She drove it to a storage unit and locked it there. You eat at school, she said when she came back. You get nothing here until that grade is fixed. If you're hungry enough, you'll figure out calculus. For 6 weeks, I survived on school lunch and whatever I could steal from the cafeteria without getting caught. I lost 15 pounds. My ribs started showing. A friend asked why I never ate at his house when I came over, and I made up lies about allergies. My English teacher, Mrs. Whitfield, noticed first. She kept me after class and closed the door. Something's wrong, she said. I've been teaching for 20 years, and I know what a kid in trouble looks like. You're not leaving until you tell me the truth. I broke down completely. I told her everything. The garage, the food, the camera, the standing punishments, all of it. I showed her the photos I'd secretly taken on my phone of the garage setup with the camera she'd installed, time-stamped over 3 years. Mrs. Whitfield's hands were shaking when she looked at them. She didn't send me back to class. She walked me directly to the principal's office and called the police herself. A detective came within the hour, and I showed him the same photos. He asked if I had any other evidence. I pulled up the family cloud account my mother didn't know I could access. It contained hundreds of hours of footage from that garage camera. Footage of me shivering on concrete for 3 years. Footage of her standing over me, explaining why I deserved it. They arrested my mother at her office. The detective told me later that she tried to explain it was just tough love and that I was too sensitive. The prosecutor didn't agree. Neither did the jury when they watched 11-year-old me crying on that garage floor while my mother lectured me about the correlation between comfort and failure. Her own surveillance system became the primary evidence against her. She documented her abuse in high definition because she never thought anyone would see it but her. My mother got 6 years. I graduated with honors and a full scholarship. I sleep in a warm bed every single night now, and I haven't checked a grade since college.